talk about the pluses of AMC in the last several months. First, Zaslav is going to change back the windows that Warner put in place. Namely, he's going to use a better model than just cutting them off and go directly to streaming. Secondly, you do have an ability to take what they generate and consolidate the theater market by buying other chains. Third, you saw from Quiet Place, and by the way, I like your new digs there, and I hope to someday stop by and see you on the second floor, and all of you.
We look forward to it.
And we love it. And, so you have a lot of these positives, Becky, and then we step back and say, okay, what is a smart guy like Adam Aaron going to do when he has the capacity coming back to the occupancy? He's got a 25 million customer base that he knows the data on. And then what else is he going to do? So those are the pluses. On the other side, as you point out, there's like 500 million shares selling at 38, and they still have about 5 billion of debt. And what does the business do? And what happens long term over the next 5 to 10 years? Will they, because of the Paramount decision, the decree of 1948, sorry about that, was changed? What does that mean with regards to his ability to create content? Is he going to get a piece of stream? So those are the pluses. From my end, I have an old saying that I learned years ago. Either you make dust, that is, you buy the stock, eat dust, that, or you short it right now, or get out of the way. We don't own this, but we have a conference tomorrow, our 13th annual Media and Entertainment. We have Marcus showing up, we have Reading showing up, and we'll have other theater chains looking at, so we can look at companies and see what they think about the revenues of the box office. So that's it.
Mario, what media and entertainment stocks do you own right now?
Well, no, let's step back and say the following. We have content streaming. Let's talk about streaming. Spotify has 400 plus million subscribers, and they're getting more paid subscribers. But I like the content producers in the music area. Vivendi is doing something in terms of the spinoff. There's some arm wrestling over how they handle taxes. Clearly, Bolloré at the top is putting, let's not say helping his cause through his ownership of the stock because of the French taxes. But I like Vivendi. It's about a billion shares at selling around €30. Then I like Sony Music. Sony itself is about $100 a share with about 1.3 billion shares, 130 billion market cap. They've got a lot of things going for them, including PlayStation 5 and streaming on that part. So that's part of it. Then the theatrical, I have to tell you, Zaslav has done a terrific job. Look what he did immediately. He changed the name back to Warner Brothers and Under It Discovery. And what that tells the entire content ecosystem, hey guys, gals, we know what you're doing. We're here. We're going to be working with you. And that's a totally different feeling out in the content producers on a global basis. Plus, he has a pretty good handle on the global marketplace. So, but do I want to own it right now? You've got 600 odd million shares outstanding. Telephone's going to get 1.6 billion shares, and I hope they use that as a cap shrink, but we won't know that for a year out. 2 years out, he's going to have pretty good numbers, even though he's starting with a $48 billion of debt. The other one I have to tell you is I do like what they're doing at Viacom. Clearly, Paramount Plus and the content production and the ability to cherry pick their content. The stock's around 40 with about 650 million shares, and they were one of the few that took advantage of the hype of the stock when you had that Pecos take the stock up. So that's it. In addition to that, Comcast and Disney are terrific, but these are 350 billion type market cap on the equities. So I like the morsels that will be part of whatever the dynamic is ongoing, Becky.
But which of those big guys do you actually own? I mean,
I own, share National Amusements reduced their voting stock down from 40 million to 30 million. We own, of the 42 million outstanding, of which the National Amusement does, we own 3.5 million. So that's about 35% of the vote. And of the voting stock now controlled by National Amusement. So we own that one. We like everything that Malone does. We created something called Media Mogul Fund. And obviously, like the way he and Maffei's fingerprints are on a lot of things. So they've done a good job. In the television area, linear television, there's a lot going on. Next starts presenting tomorrow, and they've done a great job. Perry Circus put it together. Terrific earnings over the next year. Next year is another election, and great for broadcasters. But in particular, I will single out two companies. One is Sinclair with about 75 million shares, SPGI around $33-4 a share. It's got a market cap, but you got to separate the regional sports networks from the broadcasting part. It's non-collateralized, and we'll figure out what they're going to do there. Sports are back, live entertainment is back, and the Knicks are playing tonight. Down 3-1. Independent of that, the other one is Televisa. Grupo Televisa has symbol as TV, appropriately so. Located in Mexico City, there's got about 550 million shares outstanding, and they're taking their content production, ex-news, Becky, and they're putting it into Univision. And Univision is now run by Wade Davis, who came out of Viacom as the CFO, and that hopefully within a year or two will go public, maybe less, maybe 6 months. And they will own 45% of Univision, and you get that free. They do $1 billion in cable in Mexico. Now, you're not going to pay 18 times cash flow for Mexican cable, but you're going to pay more than 7 or 8 times. So I like Televisa. The stock's $13.30, I think, yesterday, and I think you got a 50% mover in that. So, and that's the media play that I'm looking at, and there's a lot more going on.
But Warner Brothers Discovery, you like what David Zaslav is doing, you like what Malone is doing, and will follow him in just about anything, but you're hesitant to get into this stock right now because you want to wait and see what happens?
Well, Becky, there's 600 million shares outstanding. No. There's 1.6 billion shares that AT&T is going to dump on the market, somehow extract themselves. For every share of AT&T, I think there's 7.1 billion shares of AT&T, and they will own 1.6, so you get almost 0.23 share of Discovery. So if Discovery can be edged up for whatever reason to 40, you've got almost